Okay, greetings everyone. This is First Centurion 753 with the next episode of Geopolitical Simulator 4 Power and Revolution, playing All Roads Lead to Delhi India campaign. We had in the last episode, I think, a famine that we began to deal with, but I didn't completely deal with it because I still have a famine issue here in India. Oh boy, big contributions here. $10 million it's costed us so far, and 37,000 dead. That is a lot of people. So let's go in. I thought last time that I had dealt with most of the crisis, but actually there's one area I really forgot. And again, I like looking at this screen better when I'm trying to figure out what exactly I need. I think it's just easier, quicker, and more organized. Of course, you don't see every single thing on your list, but I was scrolling through it earlier, and one of the biggest areas of concern that I have here is this sugar beet area right here, because our national consumption, I didn't even consider sugar beets, our national consumption for sugar beets is 41 million, and we are not producing any. So I need to find a buyer for sugar beets. Other areas where I'm missing, and this is hard to believe in India, but I guess there's some non-Hindu population in India as well, and we are short on beef by 2 million. It's a rare thing. I guess maybe that makes sense because they don't want to eat beef, but there may be people that want to eat beef. Like culturally, they're objected to it because of their religion, but maybe the non-Hindu people are demanding for beef. So, you know, I have to accommodate everybody with this famine situation, so I'm going to have to make a deal for beef. Rice is still another one as well. If you look at rice, I did not satisfy the entire demand for rice. Did I take a look at beef? Yeah, we did look at beef. Alright, so rice is the other one. There you go. And we almost have all rice. I think we need about 3 million more tons of rice to satisfy the entire. We're not going to get it from China. We're going to get it from somewhere else. Two other areas that I am somewhat concerned with. Bananas. Right here, we're short a little bit, but I'm not sure if that's a big issue. And milk was another one. Oh no, we're just over by a little bit, so I want to sort of create a little more of a cushion there. Milk was the other one that I was looking at that is kind of only ahead by 7 million. So I'm going to go ahead first of all, and let's go into agricultural here. And let's take a look at bananas first. We're going to go ahead and exonerate the banana sector. I wanted to check that out, actually. What is the effect on that? Oh, it's too late, probably. Oh, no, I have it. Alright, so 400... It's not bad. It's a big amount. And milk, too, is a big number. But milk has a big employment. Both of them employ a lot of people. So actually exonerating milk and bananas might improve the unemployment factor even more. Even though our unemployment situation looks really good. We're below 4%. Below 4%, you're looking really good. You don't want to go below 2% because then it's like a shortage. So bananas, we are good to go there. Milk, right there. We're going to exonerate this industry as well. So 2 industries exonerated. Probably cost us around $1 million. Yeah, about $1 million, I think it was. Doesn't cost us too much. Is going to increase our employment rate, which now sits at 3.99. Inflation's at 9.49. Growth is at 8.43, which is really good. I'm happy with that growth level. We are actually, if you go here, the 5th country in the world for GDP, and we are dealing with famine. Does that tell you? So famine in the 5th largest GDP in the world. Yikes. So those 2 areas are exonerated. Now we have to go into areas to find other countries where we can buy in these major shortage areas. So the first big concern is the sugar beet, and in the world info here, I always like to go to tons per year. Check the sales price first, the cheaper sale price. We are looking for a country. Actually, you know what? With this, there's not a lot of people that produce sugar beets. So, who was I looking for? Oh, who was I looking for? France. There it is. I was looking for Russia. Russia's actually a pretty decent price, 56. And they produce a lot, so that's going to be our major player that we're going to go for there. And Russia's a decent ally, too, to India, so hopefully this will strengthen ties even closer to Russia, which is something we want. We wanted to try to join some of their Central Asian organizations to get more alignment and possibly extend to a Silk Road scenario, or at least half the Silk Road. I know China has a Silk Road project today, and somebody had suggested a Silk Road game series for China, which I think would be really cool, actually. I don't know if I could do it. It's difficult to do. Diplomacy is tough in this game, especially if you're not aligned with the country. But I've been exploring different diplomatic options more in this game with disaster diplomacy and such. So maybe, in this particular series, I am focusing a little bit more on diplomatic alignment and trying to get those things done, particularly with the international aid that we did in supporting disasters. That seems to be some of the most effective way to do it. But different trade organizations and possibly security agreements could also help. I'm not too big on monetary unions, I don't think. And I actually would like to manipulate monetary policy a little bit better in this country and look at how it relates to, in this game, and look at how it relates to trade. But that's something I've been looking and reading more about as far as geopolitical impact. But I haven't played it in the game too much. By the way, I do look at several different YouTube channels that focus on geopolitical theory, and I do have a link on my channel homepage, or a playlist called Geopolitics, and I'm probably going to be just adding more videos, because I always look at geopolitical videos. Two particular websites that I really like, organizations that I really like. One is Stratfor, Geopolitical Futures, which has a lot of good stuff. Dr. George Friedman, who wrote the book The Next 100 Years, which I probably will be promoting. Now, maybe I'll put that down in the link, actually, as an Amazon affiliated suggestion. I was thinking about doing a review of the book, but he talks a lot about geopolitical theory, and that channel deals with a lot of it, so that's pretty interesting. So you can check out my playlist in Geopolitics. Also, Caspian Report is another good one. Both of them focusing on geopolitics. Great places to get information that's not like too biased, like, you know, it's not like a CNN or Fox News type thing where one is either really right wing or really left wing. They focus on geopolitical theory, so, you know, their bias is geopolitical, and they don't pay as much attention to you know, individual actions and stuff like that. Their theory behind geopolitics is that leaders are actually restricted in what they can actually do because of the geography. So you can check out that link, or that playlist if you like, and get some pretty cool information. Sugar beets. Other sugar beets. Oh, I had two other sugar beet countries that I was going to deal with. Not there. Right there. Two other sugar beet countries I was looking at. Yeek. Right there. At the top. Turkey's another one. Another good price on the sugar beets there. And then, wasn't the Ukraine, was it? Oh, Egypt. Egypt's another good one, too. Another good price. Good sale price there. With good surpluses that we could get enough sugar beets from. And the good thing about these countries, too, is they are sort of in our geopolitical interest. Egypt controlling the Suez, which I don't know how much that really matters in this game, but it should. And then the Turkey was something I wanted to add to my Central Asian organization, so if I could get a trade deal with them, that might align me closer with them. I think I invited them into that organization that I started, which has only really gotten one country, I think, Uzbekistan. So that organization that we created was sort of a failure. New organizations. Yeah, Kato. Central Asian Trader. It's just us in Uzbekistan. Not a lot of interest, influence, or efficiency here. And I definitely invited a whole bunch of countries that did not join. Yeah, there's Turkey. So, I don't know. So rice, oh no, that was sugar beets. The other one I have to look at is rice. Wait a minute, let me just set up the meetings with the sugar beet people. Russia is the most important. Get them first. Let's try to get Turkey into our alignment. And then Egypt, we are not very friendly with Egypt. And I want it to be more aligned with them. So that is our sugar beet agenda right there. Our sugar beet tour. To try to get more sugar beets and end the famine. Other areas of issue for the famine. Deal with right down here. Rice. We are exonerating rice. Maybe I should subsidize sugar beets. I don't know if that works. I don't know if that works in the particular climate. I don't know if climate has an impact on crops. I don't think so. Let me know if anyone knows in this game whether climate has an issue on crops. Alright, so rice. We need a little bit more rice. And who was I looking at for rice? Couple countries for rice. Uzbekistan, who we already have a trade agreement with. Tajikistan, who I want to join my treaty. And Argentina seems to be the big... Oh, no, it's Cambodia. Oh, Cambodia, I guess, could be good. We have good relations with Cambodia. I was thinking Argentina, because I already have a trade agreement with Argentina. But Cambodia could be a winner there. They could actually give us everything we need, Cambodia. And we have good alignment with them. Alright, let's go for Uzbekistan first. We'll probably get the best deal from them. Because they are green. They really like us. I wanted to get a deal with Tajikistan. Even though these won't have big impacts on our economy, it will help us diplomatically. And bring in a little bit. I guess Cambodia could seal the deal. They are closer to us and more likely to come into a trade sphere of influence. So let's go with them, and that should seal it up. The last area of farming, I think, was supposed to be beef. Yep. Unbelievable, we need beef in India. Okay, so the beef sector was going to be... I need to look at price, actually. Oh, we have the lowest price for beef. Look at that. Ah! So we're going to be paying... No, purchase. Okay. I think Brazil was the winner there. Yeah, that's the only one with the real capacity of production. So let's go to Brazil. And they're green. So we should get a decent deal with them. Alright, so that deals with all our trade agreements. I think last episode I also raised the minimum wage, which I said was supposed to reduce inflation, but I was corrected by the Rap Liker, I guess, is the name. It does increase purchasing power, which will help the country deal with inflation, but the Rap Liker said it could also drive up inflation. This would be through... I guess, demand pull inflation, which if people have more money to spend, then that increases demand, which will drive the economy, the inflation up by pulling the demand. If that makes sense. So here we go. A couple other things I wanted to look at. Harry Forsyth mentioned something interesting about, I didn't catch this. It looks like one-year-olds are over 47 million, almost like 50 million one-year-olds in this country. And that's the reason why my workforce was so low. The workforce, I forgot where that was. It only looked like 30-some% was actually in the workforce. But look at that. That is an enormous shot up, the disproportion in our population. And that tells me we're going to need some real secondary education going forward, because we're going to be hurting with education if we don't have the facilities to deal with 50 million kids. Number of higher educated percentage-wise. Literacy rate is, oh my god, literacy rate is so low. Primary school attendance rate, students per teacher. We're gonna need to up this a lot. We're gonna need to hire more teachers. I'm gonna need to get an education spending bill passed sometime in the near future. But first I have to deal with the food and the famine. Professor Moriarty mentioned about our debt ratios. Debt servicing, public debt, our debt to GDP ratio, which is now, I think, around 40%, something like that. So 40% of our debt, our GDP is, our debt is only 40% of our GDP, which is a big improvement. So, the debt's going down, GDP is going up, and the deficit situation has been resolved. Hopefully it stays resolved. We're going through the end of the quarter here, so we're going to find out to see what happens here. Meetings should be coming up. Ah, come on. 39,000 people died. Meeting with Pakistan. I forget what this was for. What the heck were we going to do with them? I don't know. Probably wanted to trade something.
No thanks. My ultra.
Yeah.
Very kind.
Yeah, a little compliment there. Propose a non-aggression pact. Refused. Okay. Goodbye. Pakistan, India. That would be a world war. It would be cool if we could negotiate arms limitation treaties in this game. I think that would be something that would be interesting diplomatically. Cambodia. Did I miss a bunch of treaties? We're right to Cambodia?
No thanks. My ulcer can't take.
Okay.
Very.
Okay. Sales contract with Cambodia. Did I miss a bunch? Cambodia. What was it? Rice? Cambodia had rice, right? Deal for rice. We need 3 million. We could get a little bit less. Okay. So we're at 74. Oh, that would cover it. That would definitely cover it. I don't need that much. 3.9. $480. Volume is still the same. Okay. That should hopefully satisfy most of our rice demand. And I still have some room. There's a cash surplus. 1.9. It's not as much as I was hoping. Did we go down here? So hopefully some debt got paid off with that. We'll see some recalibration soon. Famine outcome. 45 days, declaration of famine in our country. Situation is getting worse. Must fear the increase of deaths. 43,000. Man, still have 100% popularity. What happened to all those other meetings I was supposed to have? Did I miss them? Kazakhstan. Who am I dealing with Kazakhstan?
Sure. Dark and strong. I hope you didn't make me come.
Okay, I don't remember making these meetings. I don't know what else I could buy from them. Why do I want to deal with Kazakhstan? I don't remember these. Why I made these deals, these meetings. Alliance. Non-aggression. Refuse. Alright, get out of here. What is going on with my calendar? Pause this. Okay. Turkey? Turkey's coming up. Who's this? Egypt. Egypt, Turkey. Uzbekistan. Tajikistan. Cambodia again. Erase that. Brazil. But what about the Russians? Did I miss a meeting with the Russians? Oh, maybe I clicked Kazakhstan instead of Russia. Is that what happened? Probably. Okay, I put the Russians in there. I see what I did. I see what happened there. And... okay. Okay, that should... I think we're ready to go. 48 billion surplus. So the surplus went down a little bit. Public debt is dropping. Public finance. Alright, alright. I think we're looking good. Oh, I also wanted to look at these contracts here. 2 contracts. I don't know why I have these 2 contracts. For pork. I don't need pork. So this is actually quantity sold in this contract, insignificant comparison. I don't need pork, so I'm just gonna suppress this and suppress this. I think those 2 are suppressed. President of Turkey, coffee.
Sure. Dark and strong,
Turks like
please.
their coffee. Like your country.
Very
Good. We have good relations with them. Contract for Turkey is the sugar beets. Russia has the most sugar beets. Let's see if we can get how many sugar beets we can get out of Turkey here. Sugar beet. Ooh, we can get 12 million. That's significant. Hopefully at a good price. Yikes. 66. $63. We got room to negotiate. All right. 57. Good. 12 million sugar beets. That should help. And let's do a non-aggression pact with them. They refuse. No one wants to deal with us militarily with non-aggression pacts. Nobody wants to commit. Oh, the other thing I was thinking. Disaster diplomacy. I wanted to look at this. There is a disaster in Brazil, and we have a meeting with Brazil coming up soon. So let's sweeten the deal. What if we dropped 100 million on them? Let's see if that improves our relations with Brazil. Happiness increase. Come on, Brazil. Probably should have done 127 to get the whole thing. Now I need to wait for a recalibration. Meeting with Egypt. Coffee to Egypt.
Sure. Dark and strong, please.
Egypt, I need more sugar beets from you.
Very
Okay, contract with you. Purchase. Sugar beets. 8 million from them. 83, wow. $77. $76. I'm not looking at good numbers for these guys. No. You know what? I'm going to deal with the Russians and not you. Because I do not have good relations with them right there, so I'm not counting on very good negotiations. Even though I wish I had better relations with them. Not as important as I think. Still not seeing any improvement from Brazil. We gave them $100 million. Should have given them 127. Fighting in Somalia. Meeting with Uzbekistan. Uzbeks. I'm gonna get a little bit of rice from you. Oh, we got a military alliance. Sales contract. Let's see. Purchase. A little bit of rice here. $67. Oh, no. Can I renegotiate this non-aggression pact? Support. Ooh, they accepted that. What about... excuse me. What about an alliance? Do I want an alliance? Access to one of their bases. I guess we need the alliance to get access. I feel like that would be cool to extend our military power into Central Asia. We got it. Oh, we need... Oh, that's what I needed. They refuse. They refused that one. Let's agree to joint air, land, and sea. There it is. Let's see if they'll take land. Joint air and sea is what we got. Let's see if they get land. They refuse. Okay, so we have access to Uzbek air, pretty much. They don't have any sea. So that's not bad. Meeting with President of Uzbekistan. End the meeting. Alright, there's a lot of announcements here.
Here is our growth forecast for the end of the year based on calculations that we made last month. This is a very good figure.
Very good figure economically. Unemployment rate still around 4.
Your commitment to defending family values is a model for the whole of humanity.
Very good. Eliminate head state in China. Not right now. Okay. Where are we? I think that's almost been 30 minutes. So I'm going to put an end here. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Again, I'm pre-releasing videos on Patreon. This one will be pre-released on Patreon, as well as others. Like I said, I do most of my videos over the weekend. But I can't always release them right away because sometimes there are content issues with YouTube. But I will be releasing them on Patreon. If anyone is a Patreon supporter for as little as $1 a month, you can see the videos right away, which means I'll probably give you like 3 or 4 videos Saturday and Sunday. For everyone else, just have to wait until all the copyright issues and content issues are resolved, and then I will be publishing them throughout the week as usual. But thank you for watching. Please feel free to comment down below. I appreciate all the comments as always. Like the video if you did, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't done so already and you want to see more. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.